Today I'm going to talk about pronouns in ASL. I'm going to talk about two types of pronouns. I'm going to talk about personal pronouns, which are just he, she, it, me, you, them, those sorts of things. I'm going to talk about possessive pronouns, which is mine, yours, theirs, his, hers. There's only going to be two hand shapes. So those of you who have been following along know that we've talked about different hand shapes. For this lesson, there will be only two. All personal pronouns are this hand shape, just a pointing finger. All possessive pronouns are this shape, just a flat hand. So, to start out really easily, I'm going to start with me. I and me are the same sign. Some people get into ASL and they learn this for I and this for me. And this, it's kind of complicated, but it's not necessary. You can just kind of push that out of your vocabulary at this point. There is no difference. This is not something you need to use. There is no difference between I and me. They're both the same concept. English only uses two words for a lot of pronouns because English differentiates between subject pronouns and object pronouns. ASL just cares about the concept, which is this thing that I am is I and me, the same thing. So point to your chest. I or me. And that's first person. Second person is you, straight out. I'm just going to point straight at you. And if you're talking to someone, this is when you would use this. I'm talking to you, and you would point at the person you're talking to. In ASL, which is not true in standard English, there's slang, but in ASL, there's a difference between a singular you and a plural you. I'm talking to multiple people, all of you. Unless you're from the South, and then it's all y'all, you know. So, y'all, you all, in sign language. There's two second person pronouns. You, singular, and all of you. And this video is in mirror, so all you right-handers, just copy me exactly. I'm going across my body. Left-handers, you're going to have to switch. So across the body first. So for me, that's my non-dominant side, my left side of my signing space. And then into the near side of your body, which is the right side of my signing space. Now the plural first person, I, we, and us. We and us both mean the same thing. They are the subject and object versions of the plural first person inclusive, whatever you want to call that. We and us. So you're going to touch your near shoulder. So right-handers, that's your right shoulder. Left-handers, it's your left shoulder. And then go and touch your far shoulder. So for me, I'm touching my right and then my left. We, or us. Then the third person in ASL, there's only one sign. We don't care if it's a he, a she, an it, a him, a her. One sign. Just make sure you don't confuse your personal pronouns with your possessives on her. Because if I went to the store with her, that's personal. If it is her book, it's possessive. Everybody screws this up. I don't go to the store with her. Remember, this is possessive. I go to the store with her. That one's going to trip you. So always think, when you're thinking her, make sure you're using the right sign. And as you probably noticed, third person is this pointing off to the side. So in ASL, the first thing you have to do, and this is true of English also, is you have to establish who your pronoun is. So in English, I wouldn't just say, I went to the store with her. You would say, who's her? I'd say, I ran into my mom the other day and I went to the store with her. So her would be my mom. In ASL, we do the same thing. We usually put them a little closer together though. So I'd say, so I just said, my mom, and I pointed over here, and notice there's a little bit of facial grammar with this third person pronoun. Also, there's an eye gaze shift. A real quick look in the direction in which you're pointing. So, eye gaze straight ahead, eye gaze off to the side for a second, and now I'm right back on my eye gaze with you to say, went to the store. She bought milk, eggs, bread, and cookies. She. After I already said that this person I'm putting over here is my mom. I could add someone. I could say, my dad over on this other side. And that's how you would talk about two different people. And then from then on, you don't need to say, my mom, my mom, my mom, my dad, my dad, my dad. You can say, she did this, he did this. Mom went to the store. My dad, he worked. And then for the rest of the conversation, unless you change who these two people are, in which case you need to label them again. You say, my brother, and I put him over here, and now he's no longer my dad, now over here is my brother. And that's how third person works. And third person is the same for he, she, or it. My dog eats his food really fast. Sometimes he eats so fast he chokes. So I'm using that he, even though I didn't say my dog again. I have already set him up that he's over there. The final third person for personal pronouns is the plural. So we already did a plural first person, we. We did a plural second person, you all. Guess what the plural third person is? At a point, I'm going to start near my shoulder and go out away from my body and say them or they. They and them are both the same concept, just subject and object forms. So they or them. Easy. So let's do one more review. I or me, not I or me, you, many of you, we or us, he, she, or it, and they or them. You can also have they or them over on this side too. Both of the side areas are available for third person pronouns. And that's all your personal pronouns. Wasn't that fast and easy? Now down to the second one. Guess what? If you learned all these really well, you can rewind and watch them all again and learn them really well if you want to. Now you already know these. You do exactly the same thing, but with this and. So my or mine, again, subject and object forms, they're both mine. My or mine. Yours or your. One of you. If there's many of you, your. Your class. All of you who are watching this, and some of you who are not in my class. But hello to all of you who are not in my class. I so appreciate your viewership. Your, for multiple people. His, her, or hers, or its. This time it's the possessive. Flat hand out. Flat hand out. And make sure you establish who that is first, right? My mom, her car. Right? And then theirs or their. Plural, third person, possessive. Ours or our. Start with your thumb against the close side of your chest. Turn it around so your pinky touches the far side of your chest. Our. Our. Or ours. And that's about it. There's all of your personal and possessive pronouns in ASL. Wasn't that fast and easy? I will see you all around. Ta.